I would want to cover each aspect of what you have mentioned, sir. And I can assure you that I have gone through each and every page of your book overnight. And it reads like a thriller, geopolitical, geo-economic thriller on the world of the day. Let's begin with the deep end of the pool.
Yeah.
The New Delhi Leaders' Declaration.
Yeah.
You know, can I begin by asking, did we reach a stage where perhaps you sort of, just to cajole everyone, threatened that India would walk out of G20 and perhaps give more importance to BRICS or IPSA? Because on page 138 you say, I emphasized that if this draft was rejected, India was ready to explore other avenues instead of a divided G20.
So, you know, the Prime Minister was very clear and he directed me that we must achieve consensus at all cost. And he was absolutely convinced that if G20, which is the premier body and which we had put so much weight, imagine we had conducted 230 meetings in almost every state and union territory of India. If this body is not able to arrive at consensus, then it's better not to work with G20, but rather to work with other forums like BRIC and IPSA.
Yeah.
And that is a point which I made to all the members present there, that G20 has to be responsible. G20 represented almost 80% of the global population. And then we got African Union included. So today it represents almost 88% of the global population. Now we had to be responsible. And that I had to tell them that India would force a consensus.
So this threat that India would give more importance, if not walk out of G20, but would give more importance to other platforms, worked? You had intended?
Well, many things worked. At the end of it, let me tell you that we had to plead, we had to cajole, we had to threaten, but that is a part of the negotiating strategy. And as I said, you know, every country had a different negotiating strategy, and they had teams of people who were very tough at times, there were people who were soft at times, but we had to manage all of them, and that requires constant modification in your strategy. While you have to be tough at times and threaten, you have to plead at times, you have to build up partnerships, you have to collaborate, you have to build coalitions. All that is a part of negotiating strategy. But the important thing to my mind was that India worked with the global south. We were able to build a coalition of 12 emerging markets together. So if India works with emerging markets, and I think important thing is if emerging markets work together, then multilateralism will work.